Comedian Bill Burr and Smashing Pumpkins frontman Billy Corgan had an unexpected and awkwardly funny encounter on the latest episode of the Howie Mandel Does Stuff podcast. The moment was a long time coming, or at least it was for Corgan, who revealed years ago that his stepmother once floated a wild theory: Burr might actually be his half-brother. Corgan first mentioned the possibility back in November, explaining that his stepmother believed Burr could be one of the many children fathered by Corgan's dad, who was a traveling musician. Corgan admitted back then that his father had once mentioned a half-brother named Bill, born around the same time as the comedian. Though he later walked back the idea and said he didn't believe it was true, the story lingered just enough to make for an awkwardly entertaining moment when Mandel decided to reunite the brothers on his podcast. When Burr, 56, sat down for his interview, Mandel pulled out a surprise. Billy Corgan, 57, walked into the room. Burr's reaction was classic. Cursing at Mandel in mock frustration, he made it clear he hadn't been told about the setup. As Corgan tried to explain himself, Burr laughed and teased him about everything from the Cubs fandom to why he ever thought sharing this theory publicly was a good idea. What was supposed to happen? Are we going to go play catch? We're both in our 50s, Burr joked, roasting the idea of a sentimental reunion. He made it clear that while he wasn't genuinely upset, he wasn't thrilled about meeting this way. He told Mandel that it was rude to turn what could have been a private moment into podcast content. At one point, Mandel left the room, giving Burr and Corgan time to talk. Their conversation delved into their respective relationships with their fathers. Corgan admitted that his relationship with his dad was difficult, mentioning that his father's multiple families became a surreal part of his life. Burr humorously added that his dad, who pretended to be a dentist, hadn't done the musician thing like Corgan's father. Despite the laughs and jokes, Burr playfully concluded by saying, "We have the same father," seemingly buying into the story just for the fun of it. Corgan, however, wasn't entirely convinced, quipping, "The fact that he said he can't sing, I think that sort of disproves that we're related." The podcast moment is reminiscent of other celebrity DNA drama, like Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson's recent revelation that they might share the same father. While McConaughey admitted he's hesitant to take a DNA test, Burr and Corgan seemed more than happy to turn their brother theory into comedy gold. For now, it seems Burr and Corgan are content to keep the mystery alive without delving too deeply into it. And while they might not be planning a family reunion anytime soon, their hilarious banter on the podcast made for a moment fans won't forget.